Here it is in verse 2. Verse 2, give me about 10 more minutes, I'm going to be through. Verse 2 says, go to the great city of Nineveh. Stop right there. Oftentimes, we read this and we really don't ask certain questions of the text. Because you just say, oh, go to the great city of Nineveh. No, what is it about Nineveh? What is it about Nineveh? And one scholar said that Nineveh was one of the oldest and most populated cities in the Assyrian Empire. And he said if you really wanted to understand the text better, he said you really could reduce the description of Nineveh to one line. He said Nineveh was Sin City. He said that's what Nineveh is. Sin. He said whatever they wanted to do, they did it. They were big and bad, so they thought they could do whatever they wanted. And he says to go and preach to the great city of Nineveh. He said, preach against it. And here's the reason. He said, because its wickedness has come up before me. Now, here's what is interesting. There is no specificity on which wickedness he's supposed to preach against. See, that right there ain't going to shout you. Because what he said was, no, you're going to preach against all the wickedness. Don't focus on that wickedness because they might think I'm not talking to them. He said, go out and cry against all the wickedness in that great city. But what you get here, Jonah gets his assignment from God. He gets the where. The where is Nineveh. He gets the what. The what is to preach against it. He gets the why because of its wickedness. And what it suggests to us is that when life really fires you up, write this down. Get assignment clarity. Let me tell you why that's important, because some of us, we've been working somebody else's assignment. And we've been working an assignment that somebody put on us. And God's been trying to let us know that's not your assignment. That's not, and life is too short to spend your time working somebody else's assignment. In fact, I just need for you to encourage them and tell them life's too short to work somebody else's assignment. Tell them get assignment clarity. Because see, let me tell you, I'm going to move through this quick. When you get assignment clarity, you get a hunger to complete your assignment. You get hungry. 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 Why do you get hungry? Because you understand that it's my life. And when you understand it's your life, you get hungry to make sure that you're doing with your life what God desires to get from your life. When you get hungry, you'll get in your zone. Let me tell you about that zone. The zone is, you working my nerve now. Go on about your business, because I've got something to do. The zone is, I ain't got time to focus on your mess. I ain't got time to listen to that silliness. Now, if you don't want to do no better, you're going to have to find somebody else to talk to. Because, see, I ain't got time for that. No. How many folk know what I'm talking about? Get in your zone. If you can't help me, I'm not going to let you hurt me now. And sometimes you got to get in a zone and tell folk and let them know that if it's just me and God, I'm okay with it just being me and God. Because how many folks have ever had to get in that zone and stay focused on what you're trying to accomplish because you thought folks meant you well, but you found there were a few folks who were really trying to conspire to set you up because they were jealous of the desire that you had in your spirit, and instead of celebrating you, they were trying to get you trapped up. But saints, get in your zone. And sometimes you gotta cry in your zone. Sometimes you gotta scratch your head in your zone. Sometimes you have Lord have mercies in your zone. But when God is with you, how many know you can survive a zone with just you and God? When God is with you, you can get through it. Sometimes you might not have a lot of money, but you'll have a lot of grace to get you where you need to be. Because how many people in temple today can shout and praise God that God allowed you to live on fumes, and every time you thought you were going to go below the E, he just trickled a little more gas in your tank, and he let you keep going, so that when you cross the line, what you realized is that God had that thing all along. But you got to get knowledge of your where. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it, God, you really want for me to be? Get knowledge of your what. God, what is it that you really want me to do? But then you also have to get knowledge of your why. What's the reason? If you're just doing it just to do it, then you're wasting time. Tell somebody, I ain't got no time to waste. Get knowledge of your why. How many people have ever lived to the place where you said, now I had been doing that, and I don't even know why I was doing it. But what you did say, one thing you ain't got to worry about, I won't be wasting no more time. Because sometimes when life truly fires you up, you will get a hold of your why. You will grab on to your why, and when folk try to bring you something that's outside of your why, you will let them know unapologetically, that is not my assignment. That is not. And don't be ashamed to let folk know when it is not your assignment, because folk will weigh you down with assignments that they want to put on you. In fact, I like what Maya Angelou said. She said her mission or her assignment, she said, my life is not merely to exist. She said, but to thrive, and to do so with some compassion, some humor, and some style. Tell somebody around you, you're not just supposed to exist. Tell them you're supposed to thrive. Now tell them like you mean it, you're supposed to thrive. Put your preacher voice on and tell them you're supposed to thrive. I don't care if you're in your 80s or your 90s, it's still time to thrive. I don't care if you're in your teens or your 20s or your 30s or your 40s or 50s, it's still time to thrive. How many folk know that it's still time to thrive? I believe it's still time to thrive because all you have to do is listen to the teachings of Jesus. If Jesus said, I came that you might have life. He didn't say a deficient life. He said an abundant life. It doesn't always mean a whole lot of stuff, but it does mean a whole lot of God, a whole lot of potential, a whole lot of dreams, a whole lot of drive. Stop living in the deficit and live in the abundance.